It's next to come. Dum diddy dum dum, my time's now. The city I'm from is covered with federals. Let them make your crew run, your crew run. It's next to come. Back in your one, boy, you killed this one, dog. Baby, keep moving that thing, baby, keep moving that thing. I wanna take it to the boom, boom, boom. So following is not a test, DJ.
One, two, 1, 2. My name is Piers Thompson. I hate breakfast. I love lunch. I hate dinner. All right, you're talking. Okay.
Greg wearing a tutu. It's Greg
just
wearing
get
a tutu.
started. I've got 5 minutes. I'm ready to roll. At the NTA, Anton Deck would be furious if you took this long.
I actually met them for the first time this year, which
All
was
right,
hilarious.
Don't tell me, tell the audience.
Yeah, all right. Where are we?
Is you're doing this here? Because we're terribly, terribly, terribly late. Terribly, terribly, terribly. Of Jammer the Dandy, which blew the roof off the Muse at the Portobello Film Festival.
Yeah.
Turn yourself up, Greg.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
We've got a live draw for the Latimer Vets Cup, and we have some news and gossip about that. We've got Turning Point.
Oh, yay. Brilliant.
Coming to talk about September and what you're going to do about what you've been up to over the summer.
Amazing.
We have loads of other people. Anyway, here's a tune where we'll get our ducks in a row.
Yeah, man. Some famous VJs turning up later too as well. Wicked. Absolutely wicked.
Portobello Radio.
Yeah, that is Run DMC. That's taking a few of us back to the days.
Wow, those days, man, when we was younger.
Yeah, when
we was
was
so much
younger.
younger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I think in the end, for at least one or two of them, it all went a bit tits up. But, you know, let's not dwell on the bad things. Because we're here, it's a sunny day on the Portobello. The market is packed. It's going, you know, we've had 2 or 3 weeks
Actually,
where
you're right, where it's been a bit
hasn't
quiet.
hasn't been outside, and now it's gone all the way past us.
It's way past us now,
So
man. It's great. It's busy.
We're in the middle of the Sick Boys show. It's absolutely brilliant. People are, you know, queuing up to come inside.
Absolutely. The Muse 269 Portobello Road, the Muse Gallery. Come down here and check out
W11 1LR.
Well, I never. It certainly is that. Yeah, man, get yourself down here to check out Metamorphosis, this wonderful exhibition by Sick Boy.
The only slightly gloomy thing is it's almost the end of the Portobello Film Festival,
Oh,
which this year, its 29th year, has been absolutely banging.
Hasn't it been spectacular? Hasn't it been? Each Wednesday they've done like a local set of movies.
I was here.
You were there.
I was here.
You were here this Wednesday. I was here last Wednesday. Yeah,
I was here on Wednesday.
Brilliant.
I saw the 2 kids. They were on our show last winter.
Yeah, the 2
Kaylin and Toulouse, who
Wonderful.
made Soho Parish in Wardour Street. Whatever. It is. I think it's Wardour Street or Dean Street. Anyway,
yeah, it is.
those
Soho thing,
Windmill
man.
Street, of course. The
Wicked.
kids had made this. We've talked to them 2 or 3 times. We haven't seen the movie. It's fantastic, and they see it's got Jason Statham in it. You know, they get into Transformers.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, super, absolutely super. That and many other fantastic movies have been shown down here at the Muse Gallery, and indeed some up at the Electric. Am I right? Yeah.
Anyway, I had to wet my whistle there because I was so overcome.
Steady.
But for many of the people around here, the absolute highlight, it was either Monday or Tuesday this week, was Jammer the Dandy.
Yeah.
You know, some of us have seen the trailer on YouTube. We've seen Jammer jamming up our social media. We've been here with Jean Cassal's exhibition of the pictures
of movies.
We've interviewed Jammer on a number of occasions, but Jammer the Dandy is a brilliant 11-minute movie which really gets to the heart of Jammer, the deep seriousness and the complete flippancy and the dedication and the kind of just sheer joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
And we have the director of that film right here. Welcome, Olivia Rutherford. You have to talk in the microphone, I'm afraid.
Very much, and thank you for having me down.
Right. Olivia, you know, we know you live in Paris. We know you've got a whole other life, but Jammer the Dandy, the Muse was packed. Jammer turned up with quite an entourage.
All looking very fabulous.
Yeah, all looking fabulous. The film was shown on the 2 screens here. It documents who he is, just the serious stuff and the flippant stuff. What drew you to Jammer apart from the bright coloured clothing?
The colours that got me the first time I saw the pictures that a friend Billy Barker was taking
of
him and posting, and that piqued
and
my
he did
attention.
a calendar as well, didn't he?
So I rang him up and I'm like, tell me more. And then he told me how he works in assisted housing and he wears his bright colour clothes to cheer the residents up. And I was like, what a beautiful story. And he is a beautiful human being, Jammer. So the film's about colour and connection, fundamentally.
What I loved about the film, apart from it being full and everything, it kind of works on so many levels because it's actually, you know, it's a kind of local amuse-bouche. Just, you know, it looks all the fabulous locations, the way you've matched him in front of the background, and you just let him speak about what he does at work. You let him talk. He wouldn't tell us anything about his tailors, for instance, Shepherd's Bush Market, but
which was really great to see.
You've got photographs.
And to see Shepherd's Bush Market as well as it is in all its sort of craziness. Apparently that's all going to get gentrified soon, so really nice. And for me to come back, you say I live in Paris, but I'm from here, so it's really nice to come back and shoot these streets, you know, especially Shepherd's Bush, Ladbroke Grove, Portobello, and never a dull moment on the streets with Jammer. It's complete carnage. It's crazy. And he connects with so many people. So yes, he connects at work with the assisted housing and the mental health support work he does. But he's just naturally kind and creates havoc
and
everywhere he goes.
I mean, it must be a
he's
nightmare
joyful.
for him. If he just needs a pint of milk, and the shop's only 100 meters away, it must take him 45 minutes just to do that, and that's if he goes incognito.
Yeah, let's face it. He has to leave an hour early before he goes anywhere.
It's funny. I used to hang out with Suggs a bit, and it was kind of the same with Suggs. There's something about that outgoing, convivial vibe that just everyone thinks they're your mate. And what impresses me a little bit about Jammer is that everyone thinks they own. I mean, I think I own a bit of Jammer. I think, oh yeah, Jammer, we were early mates before you lot. Everyone thinks they have a bit of him, but he still seems to have enough love to give to, sure, I'll give you the bit of me that you want, and I still don't have enough to go down and speak to the next person.
Well, that's like the Sikh guy at the stall in the market in Shepherd's Bush in the film. I asked him how he met Jammer, and he's like, well, because he wears colourful clothes, so you can talk to him. And so that's the beautiful thing, is that he breaks down those barriers. And as much as there's a gazillion people in London, sometimes it can be lonely and you don't necessarily connect. But when somebody's wearing a bright pink suit, it's hard to ignore them. And, it does open conversations. And he's got time for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
And that whole backstory about, him and working with his clients in the assisted housing, and how there's this kind of symbiosis between his clothes and their mental health, and it's some brilliant new scheme to improve people's kind of mental well-being.
Well, it's joyful. My brother said that. He goes, I should just watch this every morning when I have my coffee in the morning and brighten up my day, And so there's some heavier subjects in the film, but it's done in a lighter way, which is the way he kind of presents himself, with all the colour and the joyfulness, really.
So we're going to play a tune, then we're just quickly going to ask you about your backstory. But can people see the movie like on the internet? Or?
Not yet. It's just we play for the first time here, and it's going to do the festival round, so you have to keep it private until it's done all the film festivals. But how good to see it in a room and get the response from all the people, and really got some laughs, a really good vibe and a really good atmosphere. So really great to see it here. And I don't know, next time, we'll see where it gets selected. But as soon as it is public, I'll let you know.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. We're going to play this for Jammer, Toots, 54, 46, and then we'll briefly ask you about your other life. Yeah, anyway, wherever you're listening, Jammer, that one is going for you, and that is a joyous jump up, just like you are. Olivia, we met through Neville Hyde, who runs the 40-something disco, and if you're listening, on Friday, there are a tiny number of tickets left for the disco tonight at the Maxilla, sold out yet again, but back... Olivia, sorry, I'm just doing a quick promo for Nev. Back to you. We met through Neville. You're now a photographer in Paris. What's that like? Which bit of Paris are you in? Is it like this?
I'm in a DZ. I'm in the 10th, which is like this. Yeah. And I kind of found my place because I was a bit lost when I got there. All the kitten heels and the expensive cappuccinos and I don't know. And then I found my hood and it by the Canal Saint-Martin, which is kind of similar to around here. So yeah, I love it. I love it. And it's only 10 minutes from Gare du Nord, so I'm here backwards and forwards all the time.
What photographs do you take?
Well, when I moved there, I was still doing travel, which was always my big thing for many years. I shot travel guides for Time Out and various other publications, which was great. And then I got to Paris and I got a bit more sensible, and I am shooting interiors and events, and that's how I pay my rent. But obviously, moving into film.
So I was just looking for the tune we discussed that you were going to. I was going to choose for you. And how do people follow your work? How do people find out when Jam of the Dandy is going to be available on streaming channels?
On Instagram, I'm Olivia Rutherford 01, I believe. And my website, oliviarutherford.co.uk. Come and check me out. Or follow Jammer. He's good at all of this stuff.
He's amazing, isn't
he?
He's
good at it.
He's very, very good at the old social media and all that kind of ding-dong. Tell me, have you got another project coming up? Have you got anything in the pipeline, or are you...
Well, I'm working on an idea about a possible documentary about dogs. The documentary will be revealed.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah,
the pooches.
Yeah, sounds good.
I know, they say never work with children and animals, but hey.
Oh, I don't know. They're the most fun, man.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Get involved. Definitely. Definitely. No, looking forward to watching out for all your work in the very near future. It's going to be spectacular, absolutely spectacular. If it's anything like the one with Jammer, mind you, it's very difficult to get such unique subject matter.
I don't know. There's a lot of humans out there. There's always stories to be told.
There are 8 million stories in the Naked City. Thank you so much, Olivia. And I think breaking news. Olivia's film, Jam the Dandy, is up for the Golden Trellick tomorrow.
No, mate. Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
brilliant.
The final of the Portobello Film Festival, or the announcement, what we call the Oscars bit, is on Sunday. It's here at the Muse from 6. I think just rock up and see Jammer and Olivia get crowned.
Wow, sounds great. Absolutely great. Thank you, Olivia. Mental.
Thank you.
Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Ooh, sunshine. Folks get brown in the sunshine. Just bees and things and flowers. Just bees and things and flowers. Just bees and things and flowers. Just bees and things and sunshine. Folks get brown in the sunshine. Feel what I feel when I feel what I feel when I'm feeling in the sunshine. Feel what I feel when I feel what I feel when I'm feeling in the sunshine. Do what I do when I do what I do when I'm doing in the sunshine. Do what I do when I do what I do when I'm doing in the sunshine.
Yeah, well, I think we can all say yeah to that. Everyone loves the sunshine, and everyone has loved the sunshine right here on Portobello Road,
Yeah,
and
man.
indeed Portobello Radio today.
Remarkably sunny day.
Remarkably. Anyway, thank you very much to Olivia. All the best on Sunday at the Trellick Awards.
Yeah.
We're delighted to welcome back to the show an organisation that we've met many times before, and in fact, an old friend who was here quite recently. It's Turning Point, the Drug and Alcohol Service. Grace is here. Hi, Grace.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very well. And Joanne, I'm not
Hi.
sure. We met you. We haven't met you before.
No, I'm new.
Great. Now, you guys are here. We've talked about the service that you offer, and we'll offer the contact details at the end. But let's move on. You're here because you've actually got a bit of a sporting venture.
We have. So we are here from Turning Point to celebrate Recovery Month, which is September. So it's a time dedicated to highlighting the power of recovery and the incredible journeys of people overcoming addiction. So Recovery Month, it's all about celebrating the strength and resilience of people and really like breaking down the stigma surrounding addiction. So it's a chance for everybody to come together to share those really positive stories of recovery, of hope, of transformation, and just to kind of see and understand the bravery it takes to recover. So this month reminds us that it's possible for everybody. To mark Recovery Month, we have the Recovery Walk happening tomorrow. So it's at Crystal Palace Park in the Bowl. It is a huge event. It is basically the biggest recovery event, I think, of the year, which is wonderful.
How does it work? What's that? I mean, I'm trying to remember what the bowl looks like.
So it's
a bowl, obviously.
Well, it's like a bowl, really.
And
if you get off at Crystal Palace Station, it should be signposted. So it's one of the biggest gatherings in Europe, and it's just a celebration of recovery, of unity. The walk starts at noon, but we're encouraging everybody to get down there from 11.
Where's the walk going?
So the walk is going basically round Crystal Palace Bowl. So there'll be lots of people with banners there. I mean, if you don't want to walk, you absolutely don't have to.
How far is it?
It's not that far.
Right.
It's just around the bowl, so it's not too far at all. But there's a whole festival after, so there's plenty of DJs, loads of food stalls, there's loads of meetings. So it's not, I think what we want to say, it's not just for anyone in recovery. It will be such a fun day festival. So come down, have a chat to us at Turning Point. We're such a friendly bunch. So yeah, we just wanted to say that.
Who are you aiming at? I mean, obviously, there are people who, we know many people around here who've been in recovery for a long time, who celebrate it, and they might be there. You might have people who have recently joined the program. What about, the uncommitted, like myself? Are we invited?
Everybody is invited. We have a whole program of events. So there's 2 stages, the performance stage and the rusty laptop tent. I'm not sure why the name is on that, but I love it.
Sounds good.
So we have DJs on, we have a choir, we have so much stuff. It's from 12 o'clock until 5:20 is the last act. So there's about 10 acts on, which is wonderful.
Cool.
So it's yeah, for absolutely anyone. If you're at a bit of a loose end tomorrow, come down to Crystal Palace. Come and see us. Come and see the recovery walk.
Brilliant. Grace, we're going to play a tune in a minute, which funny enough Joanne has just requested. But if people want to look up right now, like the details, where do they go? Is it on Instagram? Is it a website?
So it is. So it's been organised by a charity called Favour. So that's Faces and Voices of Recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So if you type in Favour and then Recovery Walk, so that's I think that's FAVOUR, but I'll double check.
Like English.
But if you just type in on Google Recovery Walk 2024 Crystal Palace, all the info will come up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're tech savvy enough to be listening to this show, you could probably find it out.
I think they can work it out.
Absolutely, and big love to all friends and family out there in Crystal Palace. Brilliant.
Anyway,
brilliant.
We're going to come back and talk a little bit more about Recovery Month, September. What do you call it? September.
So it's basically celebrating. It's celebrating recovery. Or what's it called?
What's the month called?
Oh, it's Recovery Month. So September is always Recovery Month.
Okay.
There you go.
We're going to talk about celebrating Recovery Month in a minute.
Yay.
All right, we needed that moment of peace. 5 minutes of fabulous disco from Diana Ross. I'm coming out.
Yay. Are you? I didn't think you were that way inclined.
All right, I'm not even sure you're allowed to say that kind of thing. You might have to edit that bit out.
Who knows? Maybe we'll just be edgy, man. Let's be edgy.
We are here. We're in the middle. We're at the end of the Portobello Film Festival. JB's in. We've got all sorts of groovy people milling about. We have with us old friends of the show, Turning Point, and Grace. We were talking about Recovery Month, which is every year in September, and it's about bringing out stories.
It is, and it's about people's journeys and journeys of, hope and resilience, and who better than peer mentor Jo to
Come on, Jo.
talk to us about her journey.
My story is really, I got involved with Turning Point through the COVID. I got really bad with the drink. I mean, it just excessive. It was just literally went through the roof. It was during the day, during the night. It was any time I was kind of awake. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And then started taking sleeping tablets, started hallucinating. I've got 3 children. 2 of my daughters were living at home with me. They live with me now. But, at the time, they were still a little bit young. Ava was only 7. Ella had just turned 10. So it was quite horrific for them really to see me go through that, Eventually, my parents come down, called an ambulance, ended up in the hospital. I was hospitalised twice. And on the second occasion, some of them Turning Point come to the hospital, spoke through a lot of the stuff with me, like trying to make a plan. And then I had social workers involved. It sort of snowballed. At the time, I still weren't really ready to stop drinking. But due to Turning Point being involved, which thank God they did get involved, I ended up going to meetings there. They were so supportive. They really was. I mean, I'd turn up there drunk, causing all kinds of chaos. And no matter what, they were still there, Like, they would say to me sometimes, go home, come back tomorrow, which I fully understand now, but at the time I didn't. They got me into detox eventually, and that was absolutely amazing. I mean, the staff there, just everyone regarding me, the Turning Point, to be honest with you, and the staff at the detox centre, it was just amazing. And I really do believe that, if I'm to be honest, Turning Point did save my life.
Wow.
There is no 2 ways about it, because it wasn't like when I came out of detox, I was clean, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't smoking cannabis, doing cocaine or anything like that. But it was the aftercare from Turning Point. They were still there at the meetings. Anything I had to go to, I still had to go and check in with them once or twice a week to be drink and drug tested for social services. And yeah, they were just great. And like I said, the aftercare with them, it weren't just like, right, you're clean now, so then bye. So obviously, we were going to the meetings now. I met a lot of the staff there. That's when I ended up mentioning about, there was a guy that took me to rehab from Turning Point, and he was a peer mentor, volunteer, and he mentioned it to me. So I mentioned it to the manager at Turning Point, and then from there, I think once I was no longer a service user, rather, it was about a month, someone got in touch with me, and then got me an interview with Grace to start training to be a peer mentor. I did that, and thanks to Grace, I finally, what's the word?
Well, Jo's a peer mentor now. Not just a peer mentor, but she's actually won one of our Inspired by Possibility awards, which is brilliant. The celebration will happen on Tuesday for that.
That's an amazing story, I have to say.
But yeah, fantastic. And like I said, they did. I mean, it's just changed everything for me. My children's outlook on me now, they see me doing all this stuff, and I just absolutely love giving something back. So me and the family are going tomorrow for the recovery walk. Please try and make it down if you can. Families, anything, you haven't got to be with the service. Just come and you're going to have a fun time. And if you've got any worries or problems, there will be people there to speak to. So you might get some extra support or help you may need. You never know.
What interests me is, what was the moment that you met Turning Point? Because you were very honest there about what had been going on. And then at some point in the process, because some point in the process, you met Turning Point. Where was that?
That was in the hospital. That's when I was hospitalised I was hallucinating really bad. And for the first sort of day when I was in there, people were coming around, but I weren't really coherent. So then it was a guy from Turning Point that worked for them, said, listen, we're taking your details. And then from them, they kept on my coattails, you know, they kept on phoning, saying, you've got to come in to see us. So they really did
like a really good mate.
Yeah, they really did. They didn't just let go, you know, they actually carried on. And if I didn't turn up to one of the meetings, someone would call. And they was just checking up on me for social services purpose. You could see they care. They want to see people get better. They want to help. And it's there if you need it. You've got to want it and do it. But I'm definitely living proof. I would think I would have definitely been dead by now.
That's amazing. What a story, man. What an absolute story. We should make a movie about it. But brilliant, absolutely brilliant that there's such an amazing resource at hand. And I'm almost it's almost sort of miraculous that they found you.
Yeah, definitely.
If you know what I mean. I mean, what are the chances of, you know, or did social services let Turning Point know that we've got a really bad case in bed 11, pop up there and have a word, or what? I mean, how did it sort of happen?
No,
that
Turning Point
was there.
They was involved before social services was, so I think it's an actual service when you're anything like that with the hospital, anything to do with that.
Well, you reckon that Turning Point are on the hospital's list?
Without a doubt.
So that when someone turns up,
like hospital visitors.
So we have hospital alcohol liaison officers. So we have somebody that goes round to the hospitals and essentially speaks to the people that need support, and then we can get them support. So that's where at least one of our workers is based. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. That is terrific.
Guys,
absolutely terrific.
Thank you so much for coming in. People, tell the people again about the walk tomorrow.
So please come down. It starts from 12. Well, the music starts from 12 p.m. and it's at
on Saturday.
Tomorrow, yeah. So it's Crystal Palace Bowl.
Is that where you're actually meeting? You're meeting at the Bowl?
Yes, Crystal Palace Bowl.
So nearest train station, probably Crystal Palace or Gypsy Hill.
I think Crystal Palace. Not sure about Gypsy Hill. Don't know South London too well.
Don't confuse it, mate.
But
Crystal Palace Bowl.
Crystal Palace Bowl. Use Google Maps. Ask someone. I'm sure you can come down. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing.
And how do you get in touch with Turning Point?
So it will take 30 seconds, not even. If you go to www.turning-point.co.uk. You click what you need support for, so substance use, it will take less than 30 seconds. It will tell you the numbers.
Brilliant. We're signing Piers up tomorrow.
There is a Turning Point in the US, which is like some right-wing...
Yeah.
Really?
Don't worry, I've just done it. And if you Google Turning Point and you're based in the UK, the right-wing magazine in the US won't come up. So please don't confuse us with that.
Well researched. Very well researched.
No, thank you so much.
Wicked.
Turning Point, inspirational stories. Thank you so much for coming in.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, very, very good luck. And say all right to Nathan for us.
We will.
And now, here in Portobello Radio,
baby in It's you, you I'm talking. Well, yes, you, still your bone. Oh, you I'm talking to now. Girl, why do you look so sad and forsaken? Don't you know when one door is closed, many more is open. Well, would you let the system get on top of your head again? No, that no. Would you let the system make you kill your brother, man? No, that no. Well, would you make the system get on top of your head again? No. Well, the biggest thing you ever did see was I once a baby in this life, in this oh sweet life. Coming in from the cold, coming in. Whoa, yeah. Coming in from the cold. We're coming in. Yeah. Coming in from the cold.
Yeah, that of course is Bob Marley, and big shout out to Turning Point, who do literally brilliant work. And in fact, one of our DJs, Nathan H, works often.
He certainly does, doesn't he? He's a member of their crew.
Someone is trying to ring
And
me.
he
Why
plays
would they be ringing me between 4 and 6?
Fantastic
I'll
tunes.
take this call because we've just had Jordan Stone drop into the studio. I've interviewed him twice. We're going to leave it to Grace. Grace.
Hey,
Gracie,
hi
you on?
Grace.
Grace,
Yeah.
turn yourself on, baby. Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I'm really good. Very, very happy to be here. Always happy to be here at Portobello Radio. Definitely.
Please tell us why you're here today.
Why am I here? I'm here because of the love, the passion, and the fact that I grew up here. So I'm drawn here. This is a magnet. I have to be here wherever I travel around the world. Whenever I come to London, I have to check myself in down here, poke my head in, and if I see Gregsy and I see Piers, I step in.
Nice. I just wanted to ask
Yes.
about your film, right? What does impact represent you?
Impact. Well, I'm going to read you the noun, but Impact Dick Gregory is a film that I've actually shown a few months back, and Piers and I spoke about it, and it's a very good question, but I'm going to give you the actual noun, the actual explanation, the description, the meaning of impact, and I can tell you it is the force of action of one object hitting another.
Oh.
Not necessarily violently, but it could be given in a cultural, empowering, and entertaining aspect. So the impact for me, when I make a film, and it's called Impact Dick Gregory, the impact that Dick had on me is definitely the force of an action of one object hitting another. And on top of that, the second part of impact is a powerful and marked effect or influence that something or someone has on a situation or person. And I think Dick Gregory was a model for everyone. He was a champion of civil rights. He was a black comedian who introduced black humor and comedy to a white audience in the early 60s. And he was...
I love the early 60s.
He also brought awareness to obesity and diets and a whole range of issues and brought to the world. And he served as an impact for me. So I can channel that to others through the film and how I live my life.
Right. And last not least, what's your favorite genre of film?
My favorite genre of film. That's such a difficult question because I see so many films. I've grown up with so many films and filmmakers. I love film, I love cinema, I love theater, I love storytelling. I love being entertained, empowered, and educated all at the same time. And I'm going to answer that with, I love it all. I love it all in the sense that I have to say I've seen some fantastic animation. I like westerns. I like comedy. I like drama. I like musicals.
What about rom-com?
Okay, you got me there. I'm not into rom-com, but
There's nothing wrong with rom-com.
romantic comedies. But
nothing wrong
well,
with
what's
it.
your favorite rom-com while we're at it?
Oh, it has to be Love Actually.
Who?
Is it Love Actually?
Love Actually.
Yeah, with Jude Law.
Classic.
Yeah, it's a classic film. Classic.
Made by a bloke from round here.
It's true.
What a great interview. And Jordan, we encourage, if you're listening on Friday, it's on tomorrow. If you're listening on Saturday, it's on this evening. Jordan's film, Impact Dick Gregory, it's a great movie. It's a proper movie. It's here at the Muse, and it closes the Portobello Film Festival.
What time is it on?
It's on at 7:30.
7:30 on Saturday.
Big shout out also to Jonathan and Ray.
Yay.
And really, really thank you for inviting me and Impact Dick Gregory to close this year's festival.
Brilliant.
Very, very excited, very honored from someone from the neighborhood that I can come back and bring this film for everyone to enjoy. Admission is free.
Yeah.
Get here early.
Yeah.
And let's make friends.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
also-
And there's refreshments here as well, if you know, so it's really good, really, really comfortable atmosphere. And it's right here on the Portobello Road. It's a terrific
And
environment.
we got more breaking news. There's leaks coming in from the Portobello Film Festival. I think Impact Dick Gregory is up for the Golden Trellick.
Oh, you're a nominee, baby.
Yeah,
You're a nominee.
Come
on.
Pressure.
No
pressure at all. What an accolade, man.
You must feel good.
Yeah. Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't heard that for a little while, and what a brilliant, brilliant track it is.
Isn't it? Isn't it spectacular?
We, as you know, this channel, Portobello Radio, is a big supporter of grassroots football.
Oh, yeah.
We recently featured the Latimer Road inaugural Women's Cup.
Women's Cup, yeah, which was fantastic.
We talked to some fabulous people who've taken part in it. The winners of that were Benfica. We met, I can't remember, it was Natalia, I think she was called, who scored something like 8 goals.
Yeah, have you mentioned Andrea?
Andrea came in. She was a gallant runner-up.
She's brilliant. Absolutely. Well, she's
anyway, we've got the teams milling because we're going to have the live draw made by Grace in a moment.
Wow.
Before that, though, it's all about our well-being, isn't it, Madam Zarvis?
Oh man, it's all about love.
Now,
talking about impact,
Love it.
we have a short story just to read you.
Yeah.
Go on, Greggy.
Well, I might need you to unlock your phone for me, but apart from that, yeah. So this is our own flower from Portland, Oregon. Sorry, my accent's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. But
we're talking for new listeners. We're talking to Madam Zarvis. Madam Zarvis has been a part
I
of this
have
show
a phenomenal
for a
memory
long time,
on
and together we are writing the alphabet of. We're writing
Yeah.
a new Culpeper, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we are. Oh my God, I wish it was true. Metaphysical property of herbs, but that's also in Culpeper.
Anyway,
but we've got a short story, and we need you to listen.
Oh yeah. All right. So normally you're about well-being. But today you're about love, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Random text sent to Madam Zarvis this week begins like so. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm not going to do the American accent, though. I'm sure it was an American who sent it to you.
Yeah.
Sorry, an American. I should stop using that expression. People from the USA.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Be respectful. Be respectful, you guys.
Yeah. All right, hang on. Here we go.
All right.
I'm going to tell you a story about Wayne that Wayne told me yesterday that I hope you find as amusing as I did. It's all about love. If not more so. Wayne goes out to a farm in Gresham that sells vegetables and lets people pick their own veggies. He struck up a conversation with a guy who was cleaning garlic bulbs, and after a while they started talking about where they grew up. When Wayne said, lad's addition, the guy became very animated. He asked Wayne if he happened to know a woman named Viv Zarvis, the young lady that's sitting right next to me right now. It continues. Wayne laughed and he said she was a neighbour growing up. The guy told him she was the love of my life and that you sold him your old car. It was a DeSoto.
DeSoto. But actually it was it was a Pontiac Silver Spree.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. So you remember the car. Anyway, yes, and that you sold him your old car, a DeSoto, to him before you left for England. Wayne never got his name, but I asked what he looked like. He said, just an old white guy. I bet it's the sandal maker. What's his name? David? Did you buy Dee's old car? ? I don't remember you owning a car, or did he buy Dee's car? I'm confused already. I told Wayne to get his name, and next time he runs into him at the farm, I told Wayne to get his name next time he runs into him at the farm. Are you laughing?
Oh, my God. How do we reach this guy? This is now a search for the guy that was cleaning garlic at the Gresham farm last week.
Sorry,
doesn't it sound great?
I'm supposed to be the presenter of this show. I've slightly lost track of
the will to live.
This is a story about how somebody holds love in their heart for such a long time.
Oh.
And I think it does make an interesting story of impact.
Yes.
Great.
Don't you think?
Thank you so much, Vivian. We're going to have to cut you off and go.
Well, listen, hang on, just before you do, but yes, we're looking for this guy. So if anybody knows what the hell we're on about,
or knows
and
the
who
Prince
this
of
guy
Wales.
is, let Portobello Radio know.
Fabulous. The search is on.
The search is on.
Search
Wonderful.
is on.
And moving on.
Meanwhile, it's September. It's all about football.
Yay.
Why has it suddenly gone to that?
I don't know, darling.
All right, we've got to talk. You better put yours up.
Was it all that there was? All it was, the Deaf Mix by Kim Mazel. That was the Sasha and John Digweed mix. My God, what an absolutely spectacular tune that was.
Yes. We are delighted to be partners with Latimer Road Veterans FC. Well, we're junior partners. They do all the work, but we like to feature the live draws of all their competitions. And welcome back to the show, Tom, I don't know what you are, of Latimer Road Vets, but welcome back to the show.
Hi there, yeah, and I'm one of the event organisers for the Latimer Road Cup that we do every year. This will be the second year that we're doing it. We've had the Women's Cup, which we came in with some of the players of the tournament and did a couple of weeks ago. And that went down really well. There was a lot of positives came out of that tournament. We hope we have more of the same with the men tomorrow. We'll be 12 till 3 on pitches 11 and 12, and then there'll be food and the awards ceremony afterwards at 3 o'clock in the Harrow Club in the canteen. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing all 10 teams that are coming down to participate.
10, that's good.
And hopefully this will be some healthy competition. And speaking of, going to introduce somebody who does a lot around community football and more than that besides, but I'll leave him to speak on his own behalf, and that's Dean Lamb from the Change Foundation and Street Elite, who'll be coming down tomorrow.
Hey,
thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome, man. If I'm not much mistaken, you were going to come on when we did the draw for the women's, but you stuck with some TFL mess up.
Yeah, I know what happened is I had the Ukraine summer sports camp, and it ran over, so unfortunately I couldn't make it here because one of the trains was delayed or something along them lines. So yeah, basically I work for the Change Foundation, so we're a sports for social change charity. We've been running for over 40 years now. Born out of the Brixton race riots. So
right.
My gaffer, the CEO, Andy Sellens, is a great man. Sadly stepping down from the charity at the moment, so we're in the process of finding a new CEO. But yeah, what we do is we mentor young men and women, helping them to get back into employment or education, or whatever their dreams and desires are. Really, we do that by mentoring them. So
when you say young, are we talking 16 to 24? We talking at school, or we talking post school?
18 to 25 mainly, right. But we do have scope to go a bit lower because obviously there are some young kids who drop out of sixth form. Obviously now, in my day, you could finish school at 16 and go to work. Now, you're forced to complete another 2 years of school.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, I'm even older than you are, mate. So Street Elite, how's that connect with your organisation?
So Street Elite, so we always like to help young people, and there's been a need for a program like this. There's not enough youth provisions, to be fair. Every young kid has the ability to succeed. Sometimes they just need a bit of guidance and support to achieve to realise their goals. It's a slippery slope for these young kids. It's so easy to take the wrong road and end up messing their life up, really. It's sad to say, there's a few young kids that have lost their life over petty incidents. It's like the young kids today, because there's nothing for them to do. They're left to their own devices. Yeah. And it seems to be a sad state of affairs, to be fair.
No, and I love your positivity about this whole thing, because things can change, things can get better. I'm a trustee at Youth Action Alliance, which is a local charity that does amazing work. I'm interested to know how playing football feeds in to helping.
That's good. People. So yeah, that's a good question. So we put on sports sessions and weave in social messaging. So we might be a bit harsh on them just to test their temperament, and then feed back afterwards and say why we was acting like that, and then maybe reflect it back in the work situation. So imagine if you was doing this in work, how would your boss react? Sometimes you're not always going to get the outcome you desire. You can't always throw your toys out the pram and act out, if that makes sense.
So what you might say, they lost concentration at a corner. You might call them up on losing their man at the corner and then use that as a metaphor for work?
No, so what I would do is if they was to get a corner, I wouldn't give them to them. And they'd be like, oh, it's a corner, it's a corner. Referee's not always going to get it right. Just like in work,
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
your boss might be a bit
That
harsh
is
sometimes.
cunning, man.
And then you reflect back to them. Sometimes you just got to bite your tongue, and there's a way to approach the situation like that. Maybe pull the ref to the side, have a word with him, but it's just teaching them how to present themselves and how to really teaching them social skills. Because some of them,
that's quite advanced social skills. That one, though.
Yeah, we just use sport as the carrot, basically.
Yeah. So, mate, I'd love to talk to you more, and maybe you should come on another time. Cause are you based around here?
So we're basically we're based in all over London. Right. So we're in pretty much in most boroughs. And I'd love to talk about another program that we're up and running. So the Westminster Foundation are funding anti-knife boxing program that we're going to be delivering in Westminster schools over the course of the next 5 years. So that's a massive program. Hopefully we can get some really good outcomes from that. And
No. We'd love you to come on and talk about that maybe next month in October. But we're here to talk about football.
Yep.
Street Elite. How does Street Elite connect? Is that your team?
So Street Elite, it's our team. It's our team, basically. So
what, from your provisionees or the people who work there? Or?
So it'd be the young graduates that have come through. So it'd be a mixture of the young graduates and a few vets. But most of them have come through the program, transitioned into employment, and are now, active members of our society.
Right. Sounds like the other teams need to watch out. Young people. I've seen the health records of some of the other teams. How do people get in touch with you?
How do people get? So we have Change Foundation has a website. If you go on the website, it has a full list of all staff. If you contact the head office and leave a message, they'll get in contact with me, and I'll reach out to you and get back in contact with you.
Brilliant. Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me.
And do you think you're going to win tomorrow?
There's a good possibility.
Right.
I like to be humble, though.
Okay, we're just going to play a little bit of football music. And we'll be back with Tom and maybe Nick. Oh, Flowers in the house. Yes. All right, okay. We're just going to get our ducks in a row.
My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no power, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. Want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Na 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 na.
All right, that of course is Gala, Freed from Desire. I really don't know how that became a football song, but it's become a huge football song. Not as good as Liquidator. All right, Tom, who have we got up next?
Yeah, I'd just like to introduce
Hold on.
Magnus. Hi there,
Yeah, we're on.
Hi there. Yeah, now the next person I'd like to introduce is Magnus, who's coming down to represent Kensington Dragons, who are going to be also taking part in the tournament tomorrow. Obviously a well-known organisation that have been in the borough for some time. So yeah, I'll hand it over to Magnus and I can take it from there.
We had Chris on, didn't we, just before?
You did, the chairman before.
The chairman,
just to put a bit of context.
He gave us a great overview of Kensington Dragons. Sorry, you are? Magnus. Is he up? Oh, you know what? You might have the mic with, Sorry, we usually
working now?
Yeah, we're all good.
Fantastic.
Magnus, we talked to Chris, the founder and chairman of Kensington Dragons, 3 or 4 weeks ago, about the foundation. It's been going for a long time. Now, you're obviously a young person, in your 20s possibly. Why are young people still drawn towards Kensington Dragons?
Well, any number of reasons, really. For one, it's a locally based, community-run club that's been going for 20, 30 years now. You know Chris, he's kind of the heart and soul of the club. You know, you see him out and about in the community any time of day, really. I myself, I played for the club from the age of about 8 to 16. I'm now in my 20s and, yeah, looking to kind of give back, and, you know, having that kind of community connection through football gave me so much in terms of confidence, mental health, you know, physical health too, but like life chances and a connection to my community, really. And I think young people see that, they want to feel part of something, and, you know, when they get a bit older, they want to give back, and I think that's a fantastic thing. And the new young people coming through, they see that, so it's, you know, it's a cyclical thing, really.
How many people, you know, coaches, people who turn up every now and then, how many people altogether are involved in Kensington Dragons?
It's a tough question because it changes year on year, but you're looking at anywhere between kind of 30 and 40 people all kind of pitching in, between your coaches, your volunteers behind the scenes, working on comms, marketing, fundraising, you know, kind of background operations day to day. Who sorts the goals in the park? Who sorts the cones on the pitches? You know, how do we have coaches there? It's a whole kind of operation that really has everyone kind of mucking in to help out.
So tell us about tomorrow's competition down there. Pitches 11 and 12. Do you know which ones they are?
They're the ones behind the fives courts, I think. If you go in, I'm pretty sure because I played there loads of times growing up. But if you, walk down through between the pitches,
down by the Harrow Club.
Yes, that's exactly the one. Yeah, right down the back
on Silchester.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
Quite hard to find, but visible once you get there.
Yeah. Are you going to win?
I hope so. It's not about the winning though. It's about the taking part, the having fun, and that, you know, that sense of community that brings everyone there in the first place.
Yeah. Sounds like they give you media training down there at Kensington Dragons. Thank you so much, mate. Good
Appreciate
luck tomorrow.
that, guys.
We're going to have the draw in a minute.
Excellent stuff. Cheers, guys.
This is, of course, the Staple Singers with one of this show's favourite tunes, Wade in the Water. And no doubt during Black History Month we will discuss a little bit more about what that song means. You're listening to Portobello Radio, coming from the Muse Gallery during the middle of the Portobello Film Festival.
And Sick Boys exhibition. Is this the last week of it or something?
Yeah, it finishes on the weekend.
Mate, you need to get down here. This is fantastic art, I tell you.
Yeah.
And we've got a football in the room. Love it. Love
now,
it.
We are proud media partners of the Latimer Road Veterans Cup. Tom, we've talked to a young person, we've talked to a slightly older person, we've talked about football being an important part of driving community and well-being and mental health. Who have you got for us now?
I mean, this is, I suppose, very relevant. This is a NHS West London Peers team, which is a project which Barbak has been putting together with the NHS. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Barbak to introduce and put a bit of context behind the project and the team that will be participating tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tom. My name is Babak Rafi. I'm a senior peer support worker working for West London NHS Trust, Mental Health Community Services, and Football for Wellbeing Hub is part of our outreach program that we try to break the old system of waiting for people to come to us, get so unwell and request referral and come to us. We go to community and we provide them with social activities, physical activities to prevent them to request referrals, official referrals through GPs, and become under the care of mental health community services.
Wow. Funny enough, we had an organisation earlier today, Turning Point, who go into hospital. They don't wait to be referred, they go into hospitals. It seems to be the way we should be dealing with issues, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, is instead of waiting for people to come to us, we need to go to them.
Absolutely, yeah, you are right.
So, many of these individuals obviously come to play football with you because that's why you're here. How do you think playing a team game together with a common goal, how do you think that improves obviously it improves people's physical health, how does it improve people's mental well-being?
Well, good point. The only treatment that could be prescribed or social prescribed that works for mental and physical health is physical activity. Best of them, football. There was a research commissioned by the NHS, run by Manchester United, Rethink and Mind Organization, and proved almost miracle done by football, only allowing safe space for people to attend their session, continue, socialize, play, be active, and after 6 months, 1 year, they are out of medication. They don't need medication. They are back to the community. They are back to day-to-day life. They are back to work.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about the team who's coming out on Saturday. Who have you got in your team?
I have a bunch of good players. Just to let you know, we started this project only less than 2 months ago, probably. Wow. 7 weeks ago, and we have managed to put together a good team. They play very well, but they never played in a tournament, so this will be their first experience.
Right.
Wish us luck, please.
Yeah, no, we wish you luck. Could be like when Sri Lanka won the cricket in the 90s. So, Tom, what price is this team?
Well, I don't know.
Who's running the book?
For me at the minute, it's hard to call. Like, I've seen some of the squad lists that have come in, and I recognise quite a few of the players, and I think there's going to be some healthy competition there tomorrow for sure. Okay. But I've got 2 strong referees coming, so I think that'll help things move along nicely.
Great. Now, at some point, we're going to listen. We're going to have an exclusive, Rachel's new song. Do we have it online yet, Gregsy? Yeah. Okay, lads, we're going to just turn away from the football for a minute. Rachel, come and sit down. Sorry, it's all so exciting when the film festival's on. It's such a buzzy place. Flowers here, yeah! Right, Rachel. Sorry, we've had Stephen. Thank you for bringing Rachel back to the show. Thank you for giving us an exclusive. Rachel, tell us a little bit about this song, because is it one you sang a cappella the other day?
Yeah, this is the one I sang a cappella, and this is the final mastered version. So I recorded it at my flat, actually. My flatmate Jay Burnett and my piano player, we got together to just record some songs that I'd been working on about 18 months ago, and this was the first thing we recorded, and we did it in one take. And when I heard it back, I thought, there's something about this I feel is really special. And then I got Ruby Flashman on board to do the artwork for me. She did this amazing sketch of me about 4 o'clock in the morning. After
Is that Ruby the DJ? Is also an artist.
Yeah.
I like this.
She's very talented.
Yeah, very talented.
Is she one of our DJs?
She is, darling. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
so she sketched it at like 4 in the morning after a night out. And I loved it so much, I decided to make it the artwork for my Soho.
Great.
And then John Moon got on board and has done the master. So
Amazing.
I'm really excited. It's on Bandcamp right now.
Wicked. What are we searching?
Yeah, man. Rachel Darcy and My Soho. And then it's going to be on all the other platforms on the 17th. Tuesday the 17th of September to coincide with the supermoon.
Right.
Oh,
yes,
I like
and
it.
the pre-save link is available.
Go to Bandcamp now, though. Get ahead of your mates.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
and also the pre-save link for Spotify, iTunes, and all of that stuff is on my bio on Instagram. So it's at Rachel Darcy Land.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. And for those of us who aren't reading it, Darcy is D''RC.
Yeah.
ARCY.
You're hearing this for the very first time.
We are, aren't we? We're going to check out.
I'm
your
excited because
single.
it's the first time I will have heard it through
a
this.
system. Shall we turn it up, Chuck?
Yes, please turn it up.
Yay! Brilliant.
Put it on a tool
Absolutely
would be a good
brilliant.
start, mate.
Yeah. Oh, you are on fire today, bro, aren't you?
Of champagne and cheap cocaine, eccentric characters with no name. You're sure to fall
Rewind,
in
mate.
love with mine. If you're fond of champagne and cheap cocaine, eccentric characters with no name, you're sure to fall in love with my soul. Unexpected friends, you're sure to greet. Just watching that sunrise on Barrack Street, you're sure to fall in love with my soul. Neon lights that seem to beckon you to Ronnie Scott's, Groucho's, and Trisha's too. Breakfast at Bruno's in the early morn. Upon each street a new song is born. If you spend an evening you'll want to stay, just dancing and dreaming your life away. You're sure to fall in love with my soul.
too. Ronnie Scott's, Groucho's, and Trisha's too. Breakfast at Bruno's in the early morn. Upon each street a new song is born. If you spend an evening you will want to stay, just dancing and dreaming your life away, and you're sure to fall in love with my soul. You're sure to fall in love with my soul.
Yeah, that is the fabulous Rachel Darcy with My Soho, and I think that should go out to the two young men who came on the show last winter.
Yeah.
Who'd made the film called Our Soho.
I've seen that film. It's amazing. I love it. I saw it in a place called All Is Joy when it was screening there, and it's so heartwarming and beautiful and just really captures the kind of essence and community spirit of Soho.
No, fantastic. Made me weep for my days in Soho. Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Can I just quickly say that I also play every Friday at the Colony Rooms. So if you'd like to see me live, you can see me there every Friday.
And that's in Heddon Street, just off Regent Street.
And then on the 25th of October, I've got a very exciting gig. I'm playing at the Crazy Cox, which is an amazing venue right opposite Moulin Rouge in Piccadilly Circus, and I'm going to be there on the 25th, and it's going to be sort of a celebration of Soho and songs for My Soho, and of course we'll be singing My Soho, which is out on the 17th.
Right, brilliant.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Rachel.
Got to go and check
Fabulous
Rachel out.
Rachel
Yeah,
Darcy.
man.
Gregsy.
Yes, mate.
Before we go on, we should just talk about your step-nephew.
Yes, bless you, bless you. You are very, very sweet. Yeah, last week, Wednesday, the 4th. Was it the 4th? It was the 4th of September. Sadly, we lost one of our brothers up on the Mozart estate on Bravington Road. He got shot in a drive-by. Tonight, Friday, we will be remembering him at a little vigil at the position where he was removed from our lives. Up there on Bravington Street, and then we're going to go around the corner with the family and chill out on Bruckner Street, which if anybody's sort of part of that wonderful scene up there north of the Harrow Road, then you know that at least twice a year we close down Bruckner Street and we have a good old knees up. Thank you, Auntie B and everybody else, Damien and all the rest of them, for keeping the fires burning for old lovely Nanny Walters, who passed away 3 years ago. So yeah, there's big family connections up there. We will be thinking and remembering thinking of Taquan over the next few days while we try and get our heads around everything that's happened over the last week or so. So massive love to all of the Walters and everybody up there on Bruckner.
No, big shout out to everyone up there, and also as the two neighbourhoods are so connected. There's so many people around here as well as other side to
absolutely. Yeah, we've got loads of brothers and sisters down here who grew up either sort of around here and then were moved by the first sort of decanting process back in the 90s up onto the onto the Mozart estate. And we got loads of connections with the Avenues Youth Centre up there and all those wonderful people who are doing so much to help everybody out and to give everybody the best opportunities they can up there. Yeah, so much love to all the friends and family. I'm going to get up there in the next 15 minutes and join you guys. And, if you guys happen to be in the area on a Friday evening, then get yourself up to Bravington Road and help us remember a beautiful soul that was taken far, far, far too soon.
Yeah. May he rest in eternal peace. Now, we're about to introduce our next guest, which is Nick Burton from Grenfell Health and Wellbeing. And Grace, you're going to ask a few questions.
Oh, yeah. Please tell me who you are and please tell me why you're here today.
Yeah, my name is Nicholas Burton and Who am I? Wow. I'm actually a survivor from Grenfell Tower. So I lived in Grenfell Tower, and sadly, I lost my wife, who's number 72, of people who passed away. So she sadly passed away in hospitals a few months after. And I'm here because I'm supporting the Latimer veterans, and I work with the Grenfell Health and Wellbeings at St Charles Hospital.
Nice. Since you said you are a Grenfell survivor, what does Grenfell represent to you?
Wow, yeah, Grenfell at the moment is everything to me.
It's everything.
Yeah, we are, we're fighting, for justice. 72 people passing away when it could all have been avoidable. So we just had the inquiry, the Grenfell Tower inquiry, just wrap up, and now all the evidence is there in black and white. I mean, we've been campaigning now for over 7 years, and now we've got it in black and white. There's no hiding for these, for these corporations with their, lying dishonesty and everything. So we're going to keep our pressure on until we get justice. We need
Fingers crossed.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. We need people in jail.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last not least, what are you looking for, the outcomes for Grenfell?
All we can hope for, the passing of our loved ones, they're gone. So the things that we're fighting for is to make sure that there's proper change, in the whole system. The whole system's rigged against us, for, social housing and the way that the corporations, treat people, putting profit before people. And it's been going on for such a long time. There's no compassion to do anything right by the people. They just want their bottom line. So, yeah, we need change to the whole system.
We do need changes.
Yeah.
We are always we've been asking for it for so long, and now it's enough. It's enough.
Enough is enough. But we'll keep the pressure on them, and we've been behind the scenes, helping with the government. I mean, the government to blame as well, but for all the new things that come up, fire safety regulations, the building regulations, social housing. So behind the scenes, we've been pressurizing and supporting and helping out with those, but we need more, because we need to make sure we go back to, when the people were the ones that, absolutely, our whole community, but yeah, these changes are important as part of the Grenfell legacy that we need to keep. We can't bring our loved ones back, but we can sow some positive change for the future for everybody else.
Nice.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Grace. Well
Thank
done,
you.
guys. We've got to crack on because we've got the film festival is starting. We've got to talk to Flower. We've got to get this draw done. We're going to have 10 seconds of Bob Marley while we get our ducks in a row. That's kind of blasphemy to take down Soul Rebel in the middle of it. Hadn't even started, but we've got to get on with the show. Big shout to Rachel and all her crowd. Thank you to Grace for that great interview. Now, we're here for the big event. We've still got to talk to Flower in a minute, but guys, get on with it. We haven't got time for all this. Tom, we need to do the draw. Introduce the founder of Latimer Vets. You've got about 10 seconds to tell us what's
I'm just going to say, I want to introduce Andrew Mensah, who's the founder of Latimer Road Vets, the one person doing all them cold Saturdays, lugging people everywhere for many a year. Before we set up the CIC, and now things have moved from strength to strength. And like I say, Nick, with the health and wellbeing on Tuesdays, we pair up with the Grenfell Health and Wellbeing, and they support us for our men's group at 6 o'clock in Lank West Resource Centre every Tuesday night. So anyone that is, maybe isolating a bit at home and debating whether or not to come out, come down, come and sit with us, come have a cup of tea, and we just have a nice time for a couple of hours in another Tuesday evening, if you feel like it.
It's a great venue.
Yeah, exactly that.
Fabulous venue.
Yeah, without further ado, I'll hand over to Andrew.
Andrew, just give us a quick shout out. We're running out of time. We've got to get on with the draw. You're going to be doing it with Nick. Tell us about who you are and Latimer Road Vets.
Good evening. My name's Andrew Mensah. Born and raised on the Lancaster West Estate all my life. Yeah.
Latimer.
Yes. And basically, I started up a football team mainly out of boredom, and there was no angles for men with mental health or angle to do something. And there was so much talent in the area.
When was that?
2020. So going on 4 years now. Yeah, so they set up the team just to basically get angle there for men, mental health, to come and play sports, because there's a lot of talented players around here. And
no, there are.
Yeah, and
there are.
Yeah, at the start it was good, and
And also,
from strength to strength.
So we haven't got time for much more. Tom. Yeah, we're going to pass on for the draw. I'm getting loads of shouts. All right, what are we doing? What do we need to do, Tom?
So can I ask Nick to pick out the first team for Group 1?
All right, so just to let the people at home and everyone in the room know, there are 2 groups of 5.
Indeed.
And they're all going to play each other.
Well, Group 1 will play each other, Group 2 will play each other.
Yeah. And they're all going to play each other, and the top 2 go to the semi-finals. Right.
First team.
So if anyone is listening who's playing on one of the teams, you better arrive on time, because otherwise this
11:15 registration. We have teams on the reserve list that want to enter, but we've got all 10 places, so everyone needs to be there for 11:15, because from 11:45 those places will be made available to people who have been there on time. Okay.
All right.
So
okay.
First team is
and where's this team going in A1?
Group 1, Team A.
I hope there's not an Eastern European word, but it's LLTV.
LLTV, that's Andrea's team she's managing for the
Oh,
day.
really, Andrea?
And let's say
she's the Emma Hayes.
The first team for Group 2 is
Football for Our Services.
Football for Our Services. That's the Fire Brigade.
Is it? What, up at Ladbroke Grove?
Yes.
Or general around here?
No, yeah, local.
Is Badillo playing?
And the second team for
is Badillo, David Badillo, is he on the team list?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the team
Well, he missed
sheets.
a penalty last time he played.
Okay. And over to Nick for the second team in Group 1.
The second team is Bramley FC.
Bramley
Oh.
FC.
Who's running that team?
Dean and...
Is that Bramley House? Or
Yeah.
Bramley House have got a team.
Yeah.
First time, I think.
And the second team for Group 2 is?
Harrow Club FC.
Harrow Club FC.
We had Defo on the show the other day at the ladies.
And the third team for Group 1 is, please, Nick?
Latimer Vets FC.
Oh,
come on, the boys.
Come on, the boys.
Ooh.
Are you in a tricky
and the
group
third,
there?
Yeah,
no,
the third
Bramley
team
FC. They're in
for
the
Westbourne FC.
Westbourne.
Who are they?
FC, local team from the Westbourne estate.
What, from Brunel?
Yeah, a lot of the players from there also come to the K&C sessions on the Westway, so I've recognised a few of the names.
Yeah, cool.
And the fourth team from Group 1 is, please? Yoga Benito. I believe that might be connected to the Benfica team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
watch out, they're definitely the dark horses.
And the fourth team in Group 2 is?
West London Trust FC.
NHS West London Trust FC. And the final team in Group 1 is?
SO2 FC.
SO2 FC, I believe they're
it's not a great
type
name,
of
is
team.
it?
YouTube
I hope they
team,
don't
I
win.
believe.
No,
We
can't
shall
be
see.
re-
And
well,
the last team
where
is?
you gonna get
Kensington Dragons.
Kensington Dragons, last team. Okay, so you, just to give you a read through of the groups, Group 1 is LLTV, Bramley FC, Latimer Vets FC, Yoga Benito FC and SO2 FC. And Group 2 is Football for Our Services FC, Harrow Club FC, Westbourne FC, NHS West London FC and Kensington Dragons FC.
All right.
Thank you for those
well
that are
done,
listening in.
guys. That was really efficient. There were no issues.
Look forward to seeing you there.
Tom, just you've been here since the beginning. Just looking at Group 1, as someone who doesn't know anything, you look like you might be in the mix to win it. But if Joga Benito or Benfica, sounds like they're favourites to win the group. Oh, do you? All right. Because, I live next door to Bramley House, and as far as I know, they're up all night partying till 5 a.m.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
Thank
all
you.
right, we got to have...
Portobello video, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. May the best team win. You're going to play 30 seconds of music, and then we're going to come to Flower. All right, that is the draw. Thank you, Tom. We are so proud to be involved with the Latimer Road Vets Cup. We really hope the best team will win. Reese apologises for his absence, but he's got loads of kind of rebellious views. Grace, thank you for getting involved in this show. We have one last treat. We have Flower. Flower, welcome to the show.
Greetings, blessed love to your family.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
now,
me.
you're usually here involved with events, but you're here because you're a filmmaker now.
For some time now.
Oh, are you? I don't know.
Yeah, for some time. Last year we had the pleasure of Windrush capsule, which was shown here, and that was absolutely amazing. The fact that you guys recognize the importance of the Windrush time and the Windrush period, and we were able to show it to our community, is fab. But now this year, it's all about George's.
No, of course it is.
This is it. So, as a storyteller, there's no way I could have allowed for that to slip by. Other than me being supportive by organizing the event, which we had a farewell, we need to just show a little bit of insight. There are lots of things that people still don't know about the family. And we've been able to capture a little bit of it. And there is more, I must say, to the documentary. What we've got at the moment is around, say, won't give away too much, under 20 minutes, but there's a lot more. But as usual, being a small community-led production company, there's no funds around. We've had to do the usual, bring it together, bring the sources together. And it's a good plug, actually, to say to people, come along if you like it. There's plenty more. We need funds. We need to be able to really take things on another level. But yeah, it was fun doing it.
And I think I have a sneaky feeling you might be up for the big award.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, sir.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
George's Flower,
an icon.
We met a number of times over events that were quite a lot of them were about emphasising the Afro-Caribbean history of this neighbourhood. But the last time I was in a meeting with you, it was about celebrating George's. What is it about George's that brought the neighbourhood together? Because fish and chips, that comes from the Portuguese and the Jewish people in the 1860s.
I want to say it's about the personality. We had a time in Notting Hill that we just had these amazing human beings who was really larger than life, who cared about people. And when you come, I don't want to give away too much, but in the documentary, you'll get the reason why he was so passionate about feeding people. And I think it was at a time when the community was coming together, the Afro-Caribbean community just coming to Britain. Back in the 60s, it was 63 years celebration we did the other day for him.
Wow.
So you can imagine.
And Paul Weller was there.
Hey.
With his best mate, Leslie Palmer.
Hey. And let me seek this opportunity to say to our icon, Paul, thank you, because he also allowed me to use his music in a soundtrack. So that's just a good heart human being.
Sony distributed the music is cleared on this film. Grace, have you got any questions for Flower?
Yeah.
Come on. Do you eat fish and chips?
Of course I eat fish and chips. Who wouldn't? My question was actually, what is your favourite ultimate soundtrack in film?
Well, I'm going to go with Paul Weller's one.
What, for your film?
Yeah, I have to. Because at the time, it was really crazy. I've listened to, obviously I've known Paul for a long, years, etc., etc. But I chose this particular song, and I thought, okay, I need to okay this to the family. And you know, it's not about Flower. I need to ask them what they wanted. And I said, we've been blessed. Paul Weller said we can use any of his tracks. Which one? And they came up with the same one. I thought, hey, this is the universe synchronizing. But a few minutes ago, you played something which is my all-time favorite. I'm a rebel, soul rebel. I'm a capturer.
All right, you know what? We have
and that made me feel so. I know that's cleared, but that is the song for me, and that's made me so happy because again, the universe. I mean, I'm here. Wasn't really expecting, keeping my fingers crossed I'll be able to talk about the documentary, and hearing that track was the icing on the cake.
Thank you so much, Flower. We got to go. JB's
JB,
proud.
we love you. Ray, we love you. And all you guys, thank you. Come along tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
The song. Thank you for listening. This has been Portobello Radio, coming live and direct from the Portobello Film Festival at the Muse Gallery.